Welcome back. Michael Butler here, Books on the Beach, Beyond Publishing and Influencer Radio. We have an influencer on the show today. Best-selling author, Max Noble. His book, First Impressions, it's the 42 Laws of First Impressions to create lasting impact in business and in life. Max, welcome to the show all the way from Copenhagen, Denmark. How you doing?
Thank you, Michael. I'm excited. Let's get started.
Congratulations on the book. What is First Impressions?
First impressions, that's a very good question because most of us are not aware what first impressions really are. First impressions are formed in 0.1 seconds. It's a split second, tiny little moment of opportunity, window of opportunity, where you can actually craft your destiny, where you can master the tiny little decisions that happen during that 0.1 seconds. So this 0.1 second, people will decide if they like you, if they respect you, if they trust you, and if they really like you, meaning also in sexual manner. So 0.1 seconds, little glimpse is enough to do that. And the book is about mastery of those tiny little decisions.
Max, why did you write First Impressions?
First impressions, I think we really need to be more aware of it. Because most of the time we have this sort of casualness that we go around and we don't really think how we behave or what do we say or how it actually influences other people. So I really wanted to really dive into this topic and find out what can we really do to make job interviews, dates, sales negotiations, getting on stage, speaking, all these kind of things more, I would say, grander, smoother, easier for all the participants, and also how to win with first impressions. That's very important because it is all about finding your true voice and utilizing in that manner that you actually not only get influence, but get success in life.
People are calling you the Dale Carnegie of the 21st century, and I call you the doctor of first impressions. There's 42 of these laws, and it's very powerful concept. Can you give us an example or a little insight into the laws?
Absolutely. Just, those were big titles, but some of the first things that I want to really point out here is that 80% of our thoughts are on average day, they are negative. Our thoughts are negative. So think about that. Almost all the time we are thinking something, I'm not good, I didn't do this well, I'm stressed out. Whatever the things that we are thinking about, we need to take control of that. And I call it, one of the laws is called silence your inner critic.
That's powerful. I like that one.
Yeah, silence the inner critic. I call my inner critic Bill. Bill is my neighbor. He comes all the time and bang on my door, comes and complaining and even sometimes yelling. And I started this discussion with Bill, my inner critic, by yelling back, just shut up. I don't want to listen to you. You just make my life miserable. Listen, that doesn't work. You probably have tried this too. When you almost screaming at yourself sometimes, and then you figure out, all right, this is not working. So what is working? So the technique, what I use is called possible thinking, not positive thinking, but possible thinking. So you try to make sense of it all with him. You have a conversation with your inner critic, calm him down, and make him to your friend. So he's actually ally. So the main reason we have actually inner critic in our head is to protect us. His role is to protect us from the big risks. Don't take this risk because, these things are
You're
here.
actually disarming people from their self-saboteurs, and you're helping them take ownership of their life to quit playing victim. You're actually enabling people and giving them the tools that they need in your coaching sessions and when you speak on stage. I know you're doing a lot more business in the U.S. now. You're a first impressions coach. What exactly does a first impressions coach do? What do you do when you coach people?
Let's take a classical example. You have a big interview coming up. Let's say this job interview. And this time you really want to nail it. You want to get the job and you really want to shine. You want to be the best version of yourself. So we have this step-by-step process where we go through, right? So how do we create this moment that is authentic? So it is your true self speaking and acting, but at the same time, taking the strength from you and put in the context of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So creating these small, tiny little steps, we go all the way from the start. We analyze the situation. We create the moment where we where I interview the person and take the tiny little bites there, all the way from the behavioral context to how to breathe before they enter the room, to the how to actually behave. Because one of the things what most people don't know about or don't think about job interviews is that when they enter the room, it's not about your education anymore. It's not about your background. It is about the likability and trust. Do I trust this person? Do I like to work with this person? So I take these small little steps, these 42 little laws there, and implement them.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's very powerful, and you're doing this in Europe and you're doing this in North America. I know you're speaking a lot more now. And how do people find you, Max? How do they get a hold of you? I know you've got a huge LinkedIn following and you're doing some amazing things in Europe with your show. Tell people how they can connect with you. And of course, when we're launching the book in January, they can buy the book. The ebook is now available for pre-order, and the print book will be available January 17th. So tell us, how can they find you?
Well, the easiest way is to go to my website. It's called maxnoble.com. So go there, find me, and there's a link. If you want, I have a free consultation session.
Oh, wow.
Openings now. So it's a 30 minutes where we just, you can come with any issue and we can take it up, and I will help you get started. And then we take from there whatever the needs. There's no strings attached whatsoever. So maxnoble.com, and see you there.
Max, congratulations on the book, and congratulations on your speaking career and your coaching. We're getting great feedback about the book. It's called First Impressions. Reach out at maxnoble.com and pre-buy the book. You're definitely making a great first impression, and you're helping people disarm their inner saboteurs. And we're hearing great feedback. And I know we're going to come back and do some more video interviews again. And I know you're shooting a ton of your shows when you come to the U.S.
Absolutely.
So looking forward to connecting with you on the red carpet. And I know you're already making some huge impact with First Impressions. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Michael, and see you in Vegas.
We'll see you there.